The carnival had engulfed Iris in darkness. Yet, a flame of defiance burned within her, small but fierce. She couldn't remain a puppet forever. She wouldn't allow others to be trapped in this twisted fate. Each night as she performed under the puppeteer's watchful eyes, she searched, hoping for any clue, any sign of weakness. If there was a way to bring his power down, she would find it. She would free them all. One night, as she rehearsed alone, whispers drifted from the shadows. The captive puppets, the ones who once had lives, calling to her in a chorus of faint hope. They revealed the carnival's secret. It wasn't just a stage for the puppeteer's twisted shows. The carnival itself was the source of his dark magic. The tense canvas and wooden poles acted like roots, drawing power from deep within the earth, enabling him to bind the puppet's souls. A shiver ran through her. It was as if she was seeing her prison for the first time, truly seeing it. The threads of ancient power woven into every corner of the carnival. But this power could be undone. Destroy the carnival. Destroy the puppeteer's control. She could almost feel her heart pounding louder. The risk was immense. She didn't know if she'd survive its destruction. But for the first time, it didn't matter. She had come too far to turn back. That evening, while the puppeteer prepared for the night's performance, Iris moved through the shadows, gathering what she needed. She found oil lamps meant to light the tent, the fuel thick and heavy in her hands. A fire. That's all it would take to bring this place down. The performance began, and Iris watched from behind the curtain, her breath quickening. The audience was captivated, and the puppeteer was absorbed in his sinister show. She glanced at the puppets bound on stage, their faces frozen in twisted expressions, their eyes hollow. Tonight would be their last performance. When the show reached its climax, Iris crept along the tent's edge, her fingers trembling as she poured oil over the canvas and wooden structure. She struck a match. A tiny flame flickered, casting an eerie glow on her face. For a moment, she stared at it, feeling the heat as it danced. Taking a deep breath, she lowered it to the canvas. The fire took hold slowly, creeping across the fabric. Then, it roared to life, flames leaping skyward, casting a dark red glow over the carnival. The heat surged, wrapping around her, and Iris stepped back, heart pounding. It had begun. The puppeteer's furious voice tore through the night, echoing over the blaze. He abandoned the stage, his face pale, his piercing green eyes alight with rage. He appeared before Iris, the fire casting jagged shadows across his face. "What have you done?" he snarled, his voice a low, dangerous growl as he stepped closer, his shadow stretching like a monstrous claw in the flickering light. Iris stood her ground, her gaze steady. "I'm ending this. For all of us." The flames spread, surrounding her, their heat searing. She felt the roar of the fire consuming everything. Tents, carriages, the stage where countless souls had been forced to perform for his pleasure. She could almost hear their voices now. No longer whispers, but a cry of hope as the flames danced and spread. The puppeteer lunged, reaching for her, but the flames surged between them, forcing him back. His eyes flickered with panic. His power was waning with each structure that turned to ash. The puppets began to move, their bodies no longer bound. They freed themselves from the stage, their joints creaking as if coming to life anew. She watched the fire melt away the wooden shells, revealing traces of the humanity hidden within. The puppeteer watched, helpless, his once fierce gaze softening with the weight of his mistakes. He lowered the hand that had controlled them all, surrendering to the collapse of his reign. When the flames finally died down, Iris and the liberated puppets gathered, breathing in their newfound freedom. She looked at the puppeteer, compassion softening her expression. He appeared weakened, his face stripped of any darkness. "Everyone is free now," she said gently, her voice devoid of hatred. The puppeteer lowered his head, acknowledging his wrongs as the once captive souls took human form once more. She stepped forward, guiding the freed souls away from the ashes, leaving behind the remains of a carnival that had once been their prison. As dawn broke, each soul, including the puppeteer, felt life flow through them once again. The puppeteer, standing amidst the ashes, watched the sky brighten for the first time in what felt like ages. He felt, at last, a strange but undeniable sense of peace.